Aloha! Welcome to class. This is a very short little sequence for warming your body up for some of the other flows that are offered on my channel. I keep these flows on YouTube pretty short, around 10 minutes, sometimes a bit longer, because I have longer, more complete flows on my Patreon site. And if you would like to check that out, you can see in the links below my Patreon site where I will release a full-length class at least one time a week. And sometimes it's more like 2 or 3. I offer meditations and EFT practices as well there. So if you're interested in joining, I do have an offer 7 days free to see if you like it or not. All right, let's get started. We'll begin in a child's pose. So bring your knees wide, big toes touch, sliding the arms out and dropping the forehead down. Feel free to adjust the distance between your knees here. Wider knees will give you a bigger release in your low back, where narrower knees will keep a little bit of structure there and keep you from dipping too deep into the stretch. So whatever you need right now. As you rest your forehead down onto the floor here, give your forehead a nice little massage. I like to imagine that I'm massaging out distractions, to-dos, any mental chatter that's accompanied me to the yoga mat. Then rest right on the middle of the forehead, the third eye center. Breathe and allow the waves of the mind to settle. Just allow yourself to drop into that deeper state of presence, focus, and concentration. Even though this practice is short, it can be complete. Allow your awareness to infuse with every little thing you do on the mat. And it'll become like a little break from a busy day. Pressing into your palms, bring yourself up to a table pose. Bring the knees in and underneath the hips and the wrists underneath the shoulders. And from here, begin to slope your belly down and peel your chest forward and up into a cow pose. And exhale to round your back, pushing the floor away into cat. And we'll just flow through a few of these, warming up the lower back, bringing some fresh oxygenated blood into the joints, organs, tissues, and muscles. Synchronize your movements with your breath for a few more sets, just like this. And then breathe into a neutral spine. And from a neutral spine, reach your right leg back to a hover. Turn your right toes towards the floor so your hips are level. And then come onto your left fingertips. Choose if you'd like to stay here or reach your left arm forward. Balancing tabletop pose, also known as sunbird pose. Pull the arm away from the back leg. Bring that right dosage of effort and power to the pose as you breathe in and release. Breathe out. Switching sides. Left leg back, hovering it off the mat, reaching your toes back and towards the earth. Level hips. Right hand can stay down or extend forward. Pull out and lift up. Breathe in and breathe out. Return your right palm and your left knee back to the floor. And we'll come into shapes called thread the needle. Leaning into your left palm, reach your right arm out and up. And as you exhale, thread the needle, Right arm sends through underneath you and drop your head to the floor. There's a lot of variations here in this pose. You can leave your hand on the floor. You can wrap your arm around your back. You can even just take the fingertips overhead. So find the option that feels good in your body. Breathe into your upper back, into those rhomboid muscles, which are the muscles between your upper spine and your shoulder blade. You'll feel it a lot on that right side. Inhale and exhale. Breathe in and breathe out. Now place your left hand back down to the floor. Push down and reach your right arm out and up. Place both palms back to the floor and we'll switch. Lean into your right palm, left arm sky. Thread the needle. Reach under and through. Let your head rest to the floor. Level off your hips, drawing the right hip slightly back. Choose what you'd like to do with the right hand. Maybe wrap it, maybe reach it. And take a breath into your upper back. Breathe in. Breathe out. Place your right palm back to the floor in front of your face. Ground down into that palm and reach your left arm up. Lower your left hand down. Nice. From here, tuck your toes. Lift your hips up and back for a down dog. Let your head go, let your neck go, maybe pedaling out the legs back and forth. Warming up the whole posterior chain of your body. Drop your head between your arm bones and sink your heels towards the earth for another round of breath. Drop your knees down to the floor and sweep your feet off to one side. We'll come around to seated, where we'll stretch the legs out ahead of us. Inhale your arms towards the sky, and as you exhale, reach forward. If your hamstrings or low back feel tight, I recommend bending the knees. There's nothing wrong with bent knees in this fold. So as you come down, you'll still receive a really good stretch through the back body without overstressing your lumbar spine. Be kind to yourself. Listen to your body. There's no one to perform for. Release your expectations. Place your awareness where you're feeling the most. As the yogis say, where your attention goes, energy flows. So flow your awareness to the places behind the thighs, in the low back, maybe the back of your neck where you're feeling this the most. And to know that even though you can't see it, energy is circling through you differently now that you've stretched. The yogis say that we are all made of a life force energy. In yoga, we call it prana. In the East, you might hear it called chi or ki. And here in Hawaii, we have a word called mana for energy. And as you stretch, you definitely affect the way that energy circulates for the better. So start to rise back up. Slide your hips towards your heels and lie onto your back. As you arrive here, grab for the inner edges of your feet for a happy baby pose. Open your legs, flex your toes, and just send your tailbone down and forward, slight tuck of chin towards the chest. You can imagine you're doing a big squat on the ceiling here. And we're just opening up the inner groins and the inner thighs. Take 3 deep breaths. Release your feet and hug your legs in close to your body. Finally, drop your knees over to the right into a supine twist, preparing for our last pose, Savasana, rinsing out any little bits of tension or tightness. When you fall into a twist like this, or any twist you take in yoga, you're literally rinsing out, wringing out old blood, metabolic waste, and toxins from your body. You can think of an old sponge at the sink, giving it a nice twist and letting the dirty water flow out. When you come out of the twist, your tissues re-expand, and in doing so, absorb the surrounding blood, which is oxygenated. Because you're doing yoga, we can assume that you've got all kinds of feel-good hormones pumping through your body. You've released the cortisol and the stress hormones, so it's very refreshing, rejuvenating. Bring your knees back to center and drop your knees to the left, but also know that you can think of this in terms of energy as well. So what energy have you been carrying around today that you don't want anymore? Maybe you've had a little fear, anxiety, doubt, concerns, anger, frustration, judgment. What would you like to twist out right now? Breathe in, breathe out. And then you can bring those knees back to center. Give yourself a final squeeze here and release for Savasana. Take your legs out. Oops. Take your legs out. Flip your palms up. Close your eyes down. Take a breath into your belly. Inhale. And surrender. Exhale. I invite you to stay here in Savasana for as long as it feels right, taking at the very least 10 deep breaths. And when you're ready, you can go on with your day. Thank you for practicing with me. Namaste.